You love your cat, but do you really know how she receives love? You have observed her, you know her habits, you think you understand her. But here is the uncomfortable truth: most of us love the wrong way. Not because we don't want to, but because we never asked how she truly feels love. Today that changes, with a test that surprised even me. Today you will find out which love language your cat truly speaks. You have seen the sign, you just didn't recognize it for what it was. The sign that tells you, she loves you this way, not just any way. Start looking today, really looking, with different eyes. I took this test myself 2 years ago, and the results stunned me. I was sure my cat loved touch, cuddling, and physical closeness the most. And then I realized, she is happier when I am just in the same room. Petting wasn't her favorite thing, but rather my silent presence, without any action. That was the moment I understood I had loved her the wrong way for years. Not out of malice, but because I had projected my love language onto her. Let me show you now how to find this out with your cat, using 5 scenarios. Each scenario reveals a bit more about the language in which your cat receives love. Observe her in these moments, not what you give her, but how she reacts to it. Scenario 1. You come home after a long, exhausting day outside. You open the door. What is the very first thing she does in those first 30 seconds? If she rushes towards you, presses against you, and immediately seeks physical contact, that is a strong sign for touch being her primary love language. She needs the physical signal. Only then does she know you are really there. If, on the other hand, she just stays near you, looks at you, but initiates no touch, then quality time is her love language. Your presence itself is the gift. Scenario 2. You sit down on the sofa in the evening. What does she do next? Does she immediately jump onto your lap, cuddle into you, actively seeking contact? Touch is then central to her. She needs the physical anchor to feel safe. If, however, she lies down next to you, by your side, without direct physical contact, then she speaks quality time. The closeness itself is her proof of love, not the touching. If instead she sits on an elevated spot and watches you quietly from there, that is admiration and respect. She is with you, in her own unique way. Scenario 3. You play with her. How does she react to the contact with you? Does she actively seek your hand after playing, rub against it, demand more physical contact? Touch is then an amplifier for her. Play plus touching is her love formula. Does she simply withdraw after playing, satisfied, without any further need? Then the act of playing itself was her love language, time and attention together. If she brings the toy to you, drops it, and then waits for you, that says even more. That is an invitation. She wants you to be part of the adventure, not just a spectator on the sidelines. Engage with it, throw it again, play along, be the partner she needs in this moment. That can be the turning point in your relationship, if you recognize and accept it properly. Scenario 4. You are sick, lying in bed, unable to actively interact with her. What does she do then? Where is she in these quiet, vulnerable hours with you? Does she lie on top of you, lean against you, maintain physical contact for hours on end? That is a clear expression of touch as her primary way of saying, I am here for you. If she sits nearby instead, on your bed but without physical contact, and just watches, that is quality time and presence. She is with you, without the need for touching. Does she just come briefly, look, and then walk away again, without staying? Then service is her love language. She checks on you, does her check, and is done. Scenario 5. You give her a new toy or a special treat as a gift. How does she react to the object itself, and how does she react to you in the process? Does she take it joyfully, Play with it immediately. Show enthusiasm for the thing itself. Then gifts could be a genuine proof of love for her, a sign that you thought of her. If she ignores the gift, but instead immediately seeks your gaze and your closeness, then the thing is not what matters, but that you were there and gave her something. Now let me briefly summarize the 5 love languages of cats for you, clearly and directly. Love language 1. Touch, petting, rubbing, cuddling, physical contact as the main language. These cats actively seek physical contact, follow your hand, press themselves against you. They feel safe and loved through the physical signal, not through your presence alone. Love language 2. Quality time, presence without distraction, sharing silence together. These cats want you to be with them, truly with them. No phone, no distraction. They lie next to you, not on you. The closeness is enough if it is genuine and complete. Love language 3. Activities and play, doing things together as the central experience of love. These cats blossom when you take time to play, to hunt, to explore. For them, the shared energy is the gift of love, not silence or touching. Love language 4. Words and communication, voice, tone, conversation as a bridge of connection. These cats react especially to your tone, to you speaking to them, to your humming. They are the cats who answer when you talk, not out of hunger, but out of connection. Love language 5. Service and care, being seen in the small, everyday things. These cats feel most loved when their daily routine runs smoothly. Fresh water, a clean litter box, a quiet place to sleep, that is their love language. She doesn't ask for big things, she asks for reliability, every day, without exception. And when you provide that, without realizing it, you know, you've been loving her in her own way all along. The paradox here is, these cats often seem distant, but they are the most loyal of all. Because trust on an everyday level is the deepest statement for them. You are reliable, I am safe. You might already recognize your cat in one of these 5 descriptions now, right? Maybe a mixture, maybe a very clear tendency that is completely normal. But here comes something that almost everyone completely overlooks, and it really surprised me. Most cats do not speak just one love language. They speak a combination of several. And this combination shifts depending on the time of day, mood, or season. Your cat, who wants touch in the morning, might only want silent presence in the evening. That doesn't mean she is fickle, it means she is complex and rich. Just like we humans sometimes want to be talked to, and sometimes just want silent closeness. A study by the University of Lincoln investigated this more closely and showed something fascinating. Cats develop individual attachment styles over time, similar to human attachment research. Secure attachment, ambivalent attachment, avoidant attachment, these patterns exist in cats too. And which style develops depends largely on how we respond to their signals. This means you actively shape your cat's love language through what you do every day. Every time you answer her growl by stepping back instead of pushing, you build trust. Every time you recognize her trill and respond accordingly, you strengthen the connection. Imagine, all this time, she has been trying to tell you something. And you listened, just in the wrong language, because no one gave you the key. Today you have the key that deserves a moment of silence to truly feel it. I sometimes think of a cat I once observed in a cafe in Vienna. An older man sat at a table for hours, and the cafe cat just lay next to him. No action, no playing, no petting, just two beings sharing the same silence. And you could see that both grew calmer the longer they sat together like that. That was quality time in its purest form, and no one had to say a word for it. Some cats need that as desperately as humans need hugs. They really do. So which love language does your cat speak, now that you know all this? I am really curious what you found out about her after this test today. Tell me below what your cat shows the most and what surprised you about it. Write to me, what is her name, what is her love language, and what was the moment that stunned you? I read every comment because each of these stories describes a connection that truly matters. And because I believe that together we can understand more about these fascinating beings. But I will leave you with an open question that won't let go of me either. If your cat were no longer here tomorrow, which moment would be the one you'd miss? Not her looks, not the photos, but exactly which lived moment with her? That is the love language that sits deepest within you and that she gave to you. Your cat has a unique love language, one that was developed just for you. And now you know how to hear it every single day, in every little moment. That is the gift this test gave you today, a new way of looking. And with this new look, a new relationship with her begins, deeper, truer, more connected.